Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Sacred Story and Divine Tale. Today, I've got something truly special for you. We're diving into a story of resilience, growth, and unexpected turns. The story of Jacob. Imagine facing challenges that feel impossible to overcome. Setbacks that seem to define your path. That's where Jacob found himself, at a crossroads many of us can relate to. But instead of giving up, Jacob chose a different route. He dug deep, rediscovered his inner strength, and transformed every obstacle into a stepping stone. His journey is a powerful reminder that our past doesn't dictate our future. It's about the courage to keep moving forward, to learn from every experience, and to build something incredible from the ground up. Jacob's story is still unfolding, a testament to the power of perseverance. If you're looking for a dose of inspiration and a push to embrace your own journey, you won't want to miss this. Hit that like button if you're ready to hear more, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next inspiring tale. Thanks for watching.
Under the quiet night sky of Canaan, there lived a man whose heart longed deeply for God's blessing. His name was Jacob. He wasn't born perfect. He wasn't born strong, but he was chosen, not for his power, but for his persistence. Jacob was the twin brother of Isau. Isau, the hunter, the firstborn, the favorite of their father Isaac. But Jacob was different, quiet, clever, and longing for something deeper. He desired one thing above all, God's blessing. Yet, instead of waiting for God's time, he took the blessing through deceit. He lied. He tricked. He stole what was meant for another. And when Esau's fury burned like fire, Jacob fled, far from home, far from comfort, far from peace. One lonely night, Jacob stopped to rest. He used a stone as his pillow and closed his eyes. Then suddenly, heaven opened before him. He saw a ladder reaching up to heaven and angels going up and down upon it. Then the voice of God spoke from above. I am the Lord, the God of Abraham and Isaac. I am with you, Jacob. I will never leave you. Jacob woke up trembling. He realized, even when he ran away, God never left him. Jacob lived for many years in the land of his uncle Laban. He worked endlessly, morning till night. He was deceived, cheated, used. The deceiver had now become the deceived. But Jacob didn't fight back. He endured. He learned patience. He trusted God, and in time he was blessed, with family, with wealth, and with wisdom. But the greatest blessing was a changed heart. Still, one thing remained, his past. He had to face Esau again, the brother he betrayed. As he neared home, fear gripped his heart. Would Esau forgive him, or would he face death? That night, Jacob found himself alone by the river. And there, a mysterious man appeared. Suddenly, they began to wrestle. They wrestled all night long, not a battle of strength, but a battle of spirit. Sweat, pain, tears. Jacob refused to give up. I will not let you go unless you bless me. A single touch, and Jacob's hip was dislocated. But still, he held on. He would rather limp with God's blessing than walk perfectly without it. Then the man spoke. Your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have wrestled with God and prevailed. As the dawn broke, Jacob limped away. He was no longer the same man. The deceiver had become a believer. The runner had become a wrestler. The broken had become blessed. When Jacob met Esau again, he bowed down in humility. But Esau, instead of anger, ran to him and embraced him with tears. Two brothers, once divided by pride, were reunited by forgiveness. Jacob's story isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. A man who failed, who fell, who wrestled through fear and pain until he found grace. Sometimes God lets us wrestle, not to break us, but to bless us. Because in every struggle, there's a...
After running from his brother Esau, Jacob wandered far from home. He was tired, alone, and uncertain, but his heart still carried one hope: to find a new beginning, and maybe love. And then he saw her, a young woman named Rachel, the daughter of Laban. Her beauty was radiant like morning light. Her eyes sparkled with kindness and strength, and in that moment, Jacob's weary heart found its reason to stay. He helped her water her flock, and when Rachel told her father Laban about the stranger, Jacob was welcomed into their home. Days turned to weeks, and love began to bloom. Jacob loved Rachel so deeply that he told Laban, "I will serve you 7 years for Rachel, your younger daughter." 7 long years. And yet, to Jacob, those years seemed like only a few days, because of the love he had for her. But when the wedding day came, darkness fell, and with it, a cruel deceit. Laban tricked Jacob. He gave him Leah, Rachel's older sister. Instead, Jacob awoke to find Leah beside him. "What have you done to me, eh? Crieth, did I not serve you for Rachel?" And Laban said, "It is not our custom to give the younger before the elder. Serve me another 7 years, and you shall have Rachel also." Jacob's heart was crushed, but his love for Rachel was greater than his pain. He agreed and served another 7 years. For 14 long years, he labored with hope. Love gave him strength. Faith gave him endurance. At last, Jacob and Rachel were united, but the story did not end in perfect joy. Leah, the unloved wife, watched silently in sorrow. She gave Jacob sons, yet longed for his affection. And Rachel, though deeply loved, wept because she could not bear a child. Their hearts were both wounded, but in different ways. And yet, through their pain, God was working. He saw Leah's loneliness and blessed her with children. From her line would come kings, even the Messiah himself. Isau Rachel's longing, and in time, opened her womb. She gave birth to Joseph, the dreamer who would one day save nations. Jacob's love story was not simple. It was a story of love and loss, waiting and working, heartbreak and hope. Through it all, Jacob learned that true love is not always easy, but it is patient, faithful, and enduring. He learned that God's plan is often mysterious, but always meaningful. Sometimes, love doesn't unfold the way we imagine. Sometimes, pain walks beside blessing. But through it all, God writes a story far greater than our own. Jacob waited, worked, and loved. And though his heart was torn between 2 sisters, God used it all to shape a man of faith and to build a nation that would bless the world. Love in the hands of God is not wasted. Every tear, every waiting, every test leads to a purpose far beyond what we see. This is a story of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel. A story of love, patience, and divine purpose.